The principal chief of the Cherokee Nation is asking the United States government to fulfill a promise made to the tribe 187 years ago.
This morning, we'll examine a promise made to the Cherokee Nation in the Treaty of New Echota, 1835. This was the agreement that directly led to the deaths of thousands of Cherokees on the Trail of Tears. In this treaty, the Cherokee Nation conveyed the entirety of our lands east of the Mississippi. In exchange, the government of the United States made certain promises. One of those promises was that it is, quote, stipulated that the Cherokee Nation shall be entitled to a delegate in the House of Representatives.
Like every treaty the United States made with tribal nations, the United States government violated that treaty and never accepted a representative of the Cherokee Nation into the House of Representatives. That same treaty forced an estimated 16,000 Cherokee to abandon their land in the South and embark on that treacherous 1,200-mile journey to what is now Oklahoma. About 4,000 Cherokee died on that Trail of Tears. In 2019, the Cherokee Nation chose Kimberly Teehee as the tribe's delegate to the House of Representatives. She's a former advisor to President Obama on Native American affairs. Kimberly Teehee would join other delegates in the House of Representatives from Guam and the Virgin Islands, but the House of Representatives must vote to accept her, which the House has refused to do in the 3 years since the Cherokee Nation submitted her name to the House of Representatives. Joining us now is Kimberly Teehee, Cherokee Nation delegate designate to the House of Representatives. Thank you very much for joining us tonight. What do you think it will take for you to be voted into the House of Representatives by the House of Representatives?
Well, first of all, thank you so much for having me, Lawrence. I appreciate it. Just last week, the House Rules Committee had a hearing, and that's what we've been asking for all along. But that's not enough. We need a vote. And so we're hoping to get a vote in the House of Representatives this year.
Speaker Pelosi says that she supports this. The House Rules Committee chairman seems to be saying that he supports it. I don't understand why it would have taken so long. The only distinction that a delegate has in the House is you don't get to vote. You can be members of a committee. As you know, you can ask questions in hearings. You can write legislation, co-write legislation with others. But what is I just don't understand what the problem would be in adding another delegate, and especially a delegate who has been owed this seat for 187 years.
Well, certainly the House Rules Committee members thought the same thing. I think we came out of that hearing with a very positive appreciation for what their job is in considering this proposal, but also we were very inspired by the fact that they seem to embrace this treaty right. What it takes is the House to vote on it. Simply, that's it, a straight up and down vote. And so, we believe that our delegate would be treated similarly as U.S. territory delegates, which you just described, and the authorities that they do have. The only difference between the delegate and the representatives of the House is that vote for final passage.
What would you want to be representing in the House of Representatives? What do you think the House needs you to bring the attention to?
Well, for far too long, Indian tribes have not had as many champions. We have few, and they are dynamic. So this treaty right would give us another seat at the table whenever formulating policies and laws that impact us. But our priorities are similar to other tribes across the country. That's why they support seating Cherokee Nation's delegate. So addressing infrastructure, housing, healthcare, public safety, but also uniquely supporting things that speak to our culture and who we are uniquely, such as protecting our native language.